Hello and welcome, race fans, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Integrity Racing League. I am Dakota Herman, joined by Trevor Cameron, JD Webb, and Laura Lawson, hanging around in the production booth. Now, Trevor, we're here at Charlotte here for another week of racing, and I'm excited to get it started here. How about you?
Yeah, absolutely, Dakota. People might notice a little bit different who have been tuning into the Integrity Racing League races that we've been doing here. And normally I'm joined up here in the booth with by Mr. Chad Dalton, but Chad's off in the woods somewheres where he can't get internet service. So it's going to be Dakota who is nice enough to join me up here in the booth and probably be a little bit more professional than I am because he's kind of got a good feel for what's going on up here. So I can't wait to get this race started as they're doing some qualification right now.
Yeah, but anyway, definitely want to go back to how about last week here with the Integrity Racing League Stafford Motor Speedway with the trucks, which is a unique track to run at, really cool. But Matt Bussa actually started from the pole and ended up winning the race, scoring 48 total points. I do believe with 5 bonus points last week. I mean, he led 100. I want to say he led quite a few laps, 196, in a dominant performance there with Michael Duell coming home second. Jacob Fife was third with Brian Harvey fourth, and Matthew Wright rounding out the top 5.
Yeah, and it was and for Matt Busa, that was some welcome relief because anybody who's been following this league knows that Matt, being a dominant racer, has struggled through this season. So it was good for him to finally get a win on the board.
And rounding out 6th through 10th is going to be Jeff Barger, Alan Rowell, Jim Fife, Daniel Holloway, and Justin Kane. And then there was only 11 cars that actually started the race. Brad Patton would be the 11th place car in the finishing order. Moving on to points as they stand heading into Charlotte Motor Speedway. Michael Duell leads the point standings by 5 points over Jacob Fife. Brad Patton sitting third. He's 72 out with Matthew Wright sitting fourth. He is 90 points out. And Jeff Barger sitting fifth, 100 points out.
Yeah, sitting sixth in points is Jim Papa Fife there, 145 points back. Charles Counts is sitting in seventh, 158 out. Eighth is Brian Harvey, 165 points out. Alan Roll is 184 points out in ninth position, and James Hudson is sitting 188 points out in 10th position.
And I'll tell you what, I know you've been here quite a while, and you know more about this than I do, but I'm looking at the practice times from earlier tonight. Michael Duell leading the way in his 88 machine at a 29.6 flat compared to the 6.69 that you saw from the second place car, Anthony Iankello. But this is looking to be an interesting race. The trucks at Charlotte, I know the trucks like to slide around. This is a very unique track. I think we'll see a lot of good racing here. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. And another thing to note as well is that these are fixed setup trucks here, so everybody's got the same settings underneath the all the same wrenches turn and everything, so no advantages with setup and whatnot here. So everybody has the same truck that they're pulling off the haulers.
That does make everything very interesting, especially when you get a thing like the trucks. The trucks are a lot of fun to drive, and I think we'll see a lot of good competition, especially with a fixed setup. Charlotte, again, like I said, really slick. I think that's one of the big things you'll hear from tonight. Guys sliding around. I think we saw it several times in the past few weeks with any kind of track like this, especially this track. It can be a lot of slipping and sliding here.
Yeah, it's actually amazing to me because anytime I get on this track, I mean, it's so big and it's so wide, and you just expect the vehicles just to be to stick. But especially going through that quad oval in the front there, those cars or trucks in this case can get really upset really easily. And I know I've always struggled coming to here at a place that seems easy, but is certainly not.
I tell you what, I think we actually got this a little late, but go ahead, go down now for the national anthem. All right, we're back. Sorry for our technical difficulties there, but we are green flag racing lap 1 just about to be complete here. Michael Guest coming across the line. Started from the pole, and it looks like he will lead the first lap. Jeff Barger started second, and it looks like he will come across the line in the looks like the third position, now falling back another position to the 88 of Michael Dewell. Matthew Wright started third, Michael Dewell fourth, Andrew Fayash the third, fifth, Jacob 5th, 6th. Ryan Manning, Anthony Ankello, Ryan Wilson, Daniel Holloway rounded out the top 10 when it came to qualifying, but now we're racing here, and it looks like somebody's on the outside lane going backwards in a hurry.
Yeah, apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some bit of some sound issues here. Understood. So we're gonna struggle through here, and you're gonna have a listen to us just talking anyway here. But looks like a nice clean start so far.
Yeah, that it does. Looks like we're mainly single file here through a lot of the field, but 31, big story. He fell back from second position back to fourth already, and is trying to make up some ground. You see him following on the bumper of the 88 machine of Michael Dewell, who I do believe is a points leader.
Yeah, Michael is indeed the points leader, leading by 5 points going into this race. So we know he's got a fast truck, but we'll see what he can do there sitting in third position.
Going back to just about the 15th position, the 17 car racing side by side, it does look like, with the 15 of Michael Stroll, as it looks like Michael gets the position, and now somebody behind him is now challenging Matthew Wright, who actually started up front, was given an EOL into the longest line penalty, is trying to race his way back to the field. Somebody slow on the bottom in front of these cars is the 44 of Matt Bontempi. He was going back a few spots there, as they're just about to be 3 wide behind him.
Wow, and as they're still about 3 wide going into that corner, it looks like the outside truck slides back just a little bit, probably a little bit of let's take it a little bit easy the first few laps. There's no need to be going 3 wide through that corner, because as you mentioned earlier, it is pretty slippery, and if you get three trucks side by side, somebody makes a little slip in, it's all over from there.
Yeah, it does, and you see these guys now getting mainly a single file 15 car on the outside lane, trying to make it stick up there. And is making it stick currently. That's Michael Stroll in the 15 machine, sitting 16th. He's working around that 21. The outside lane could be a very useful lane when it comes to passing, because you can pinch those cars down. You see the 21 gets the apron. That'll cost him a little bit of time there, as seeing Michael Guest was black flagged.
Wow, and I didn't hear from Race Control as to why the reason was, but Michael Guest, as we mentioned, was our pole sitter.
I'm wondering if it's not for his internet connection being a little weird. It was a little high there, messing around. Maybe he was lagging too much and forced to come to pit road until the issue resolved itself.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to be having some sort of electrical issues, as it were, then the place you don't want to be is in front of the entire field.
Definitely here, and he's coming down now to serve his black flag penalty. He's going to be scored in the 23rd position this time by only 24 cars in the field. The 24th place car would be the 33 of Jeff Chandler, who was 20 seconds behind the race leader, and just now coming off of, I do believe, turn number 2. So he will have passed Michael Guest as well for a position. That'll put the 74 machine from the pole all the way back to 24th in just a lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on with the 33 truck here, because Jeff Chandler is somebody that I've raced with, and he's pretty confident behind the wheel there. So I'm not entirely sure why he fell that far back from the rest of the field.
It could have very easily have started from pit road due to some problems with that machine. I mean, you never know, anything like that can happen. It looks like Michael Guest, he might have fallen a lap down after that penalty there. He did fall a lap down. He'll be the only car 1 lap down, but Jeff Chandler, again, 20 seconds back, not too far from going a lap down.
Yeah, definitely, and that's heartbreaking for to go out there and put down a strong qualifying lap. I mean, and he was 7th best in practice, so I mean he's certainly got a fast truck, or at least like I said, it's fixed setup, so everybody has the same potential for the fast truck, but it's what you do with it, I guess. So to go to a lap down right in the first 10 laps of this race is that's disappointing. Hope he gets all his electronic issues figured out so he can continue on the race and maybe get the lucky dog.
And right now, just up front, the '07 Andrew Fayesh, the third, is actually taken over the position of over the 30, or actually the 88 of Michael Dewell, was fallen back to third because Jeff Barger has also come by that 88 machine. It's looking like the draft is the all-important thing. If somebody has your draft, you cannot get away. We're seeing that the 31 now all over the bumper of the '07. Never mind, he shoved up the racetrack, and here comes the 88 of Michael Dewell looking to make up the spot once again and come back up to second position.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get freight train there on that outside. Like you mentioned, you can get some good momentum out there, but it looks like that high line is not working right now, Dakota. He's just losing position after position. He's in fourth and losing, in danger of losing back to fifth position here.
Yeah, there he goes. Somebody's underneath him now. I do believe that is the 36 car. It does look like of Jacob Fife, who's fifth position last time by when he crossed the start-finish line. He's looking underneath that 31 of Jeff Barger, and he's carrying a lot of momentum into the corner. Has a preferred line. He enters a little low, which is what he has to do right now. But that's not something you'd like to see. You as a driver, you want to be able to use that arc your car into the corner, and that's how you get the better turn. You're able to complete the pass. See, he's getting kind of held up by the 31. Now he's going to be able to clear the 31 heading into turn number 1 and 2, and the 31 now has to deal with the 04. It does look like of Ryan Wells.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if the 31 falls back to the the back of this lead pack here, because he can't, like you said, he just can't get to the bottom there. And the problem with riding that high is, not only you're losing the positions there, but I mean you're running so close to that wall that all it's going to take is a little bit of a misstep and a scrape on that wall, and then you've got damage on that truck too. So that's something to watch for.
We have a battle for the race lead. Michael Dewell going back underneath the '07. Remember, the '07 took the race lead over from the '88 a little earlier. Now here comes the '88 back to the inside. Going to be side by side, heading down the back straightaway. They've been side by side for about half a lap now. The '07 hanging on strong on the outside lane. He's definitely not giving anything up to the '88 machine. Behind him, 37 and 36 going at it. Looks like 37 is going to be able to take the position, but I'm watching the '88. He's kind of staying even with that '07.
Yeah, actually, it's amazing to watch after seeing the 31 truck just lose all those positions. Oh, and he gets really close there. But that '07 of Andrew Fayesh, that he is making that high line continue to work for him, and he's sticking with that truck on the outside.
You can see he's pinching there. He's getting as close as he can, trying to use as much draft, trying to make sure the '88 has to use a little throttle control, maybe use a little less throttle, so he can stick to the bottom, not run over the '07. That's the good thing the '07 has up there. But the 37 gets sideways behind them. Here comes the 31 on the outside. He's trying to come by the 36. He's trying to follow the '07 up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ryan Manning got a little sideways there, or just saw those two battling and thought that maybe there was an opening there, and thought for a split second he was going to dive there, but decided against it.
And '07 jumps to the inside, cuts off the 37 machine, I do believe, of Ryan Manning. Behind him, the 36 and the '04. How about the 31 of Jeff Barger, actually on the outside of that 04 once again of Ryan Wells, as it looks like the 37 now falling back. It seems like he was able to do a little bit when the '07 was on the outside. '07 jumps to the inside, and all of a sudden the 31 car just goes to the back.
Yeah, I mean, and we're seeing the effect of some of this draft here as well, like you were mentioning earlier there, Dakota, is the fact that, I mean, like, these trucks just can't seem to get away from each other. Once they get attached and they get that little bit of air off their nose and, a little bit of push through the air, then they're just being able to stick with those trucks and not let the guy ahead of them get away.
And we had a battle for the lead once again, but that's changed to a battle for second position. Jacob Fife is in this battle, the '07 of Andrew Fayesh III, and then on the outside lane it's going to be the 37 of Ryan Manning trying to make up some positions on that outside lane. He's making it work so far. He's actually making up some time on that '07, but it looks like the '07 does have the preferred lane. It could easily, possibly, maintain the position, but Ryan Manning is not making this easy whatsoever.
No, it looks like that 37 truck is actually using the momentum. Oh, but as I say that, of course, he falls back a little bit, but he was actually being able to use that that long lane through the corners there to his advantage to get some momentum, but he has lost that position to the '07, is now fighting the '88 on the inside.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and a brief little intermission, and we'll be right back with more green flag racing action from the Integrity Racing League at Charlotte Motor Speedway.